It's 11 p.m. Your partner is asleep. Your phone lights up, passes, and you tilt the screen away. Just for a second, you tell yourself it's nothing, but you delete it before you put the phone down. You don't even know why. The weird part is millions of people did the exact same thing tonight. In the General Social Survey at the University of Chicago, 1 in 5 married men admitted to cheating. 1 in 8 women. Those are just the people who admitted it out loud. Real numbers? Probably closer to 1 in 3 relationships. So why? We act like cheating is a modern problem, a Tinder problem, a smartphone problem. It's not. We've been doing this for 200,000 years, long before vows, long before marriage, long before the word cheating existed. Something deeper is going on. Look at the historical record. 3,700 years ago, the Babylonian king Hammurabi carved the world's first written laws into stone. Out of 282 laws, he wrote one specifically about cheating, Law 129. Those caught tied together and thrown into the river. The Egyptians wrote about it, the Hittites wrote about it. Adultery was already on the books before there were books. In ancient Athens, the lawmaker Solon, 600 years before Christ, wrote that an unfaithful wife would be exiled. The husband, no penalty. 2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Augustus passed Lex Julia in Rome, making cheating a crime against the state. Exile, property seized. Wherever you look, Egypt, China, Greece, Rome, humans have been doing the same thing and trying to stop themselves for as long as we've had writing. Modern science finally got in on it. In 1993, two psychologists at the University of Texas, David Buss and David Schmitt, published sexual strategies theory. The argument was simple. Men and women evolved different mating playbooks because they paid different biological prices. A man's risk in a one-night stand was small. A woman's risk was 9 months. Schmitt later ran the same study across 52 countries, 16,000 people. From Iceland to Indonesia, same answer. This isn't culture. This is something older than culture. Now, here's a strange one. Biologists call it the Coolidge Effect. President Calvin Coolidge and his wife visit a chicken farm. The first lady asks how often the rooster mates. Dozens of times a day, the farmer says. She replies, "Tell that to the president." The president turns. "Same hen each time?" "No, sir. Different one every time." Coolidge smiles. "Tell that to my wife." In 1976, Stanford biologist Gordon Bermant proved it for real. Animals, including humans, get a dopamine rush from novelty itself. Same partner, same pattern, brain chemistry flatlines, new partner, fireworks. We didn't choose this. Evolution chose it for us 2 million years ago. Helen Fisher, biological anthropologist at Rutgers and the Kinsey Institute, spent decades inside fMRI scanners watching people in love. She found something incredible. Romantic love isn't one thing. It's 3 separate brain systems, and they don't always agree. System 1, lust, run by testosterone. System 2, attraction, run by dopamine, the drug, the obsession, the I can't eat, I can't sleep phase. System 3, attachment, run by oxytocin, the I want to fall asleep next to you feeling. The catch? All 3 can fire at the same time, at different people. In 2005, Arthur Aaron and Helen Fisher ran fMRI scans on people in early stage love. The brain activity? Identical to a cocaine high, same reward circuit, same crash, same craving. Romantic love is literally a controlled addiction. And like any addiction, your brain builds tolerance. In 2008, geneticist Hasse Walum at the Karolinska Institute studied 552 Swedish men in long-term relationships. He found a single gene, AVPR1A, the vasopressin receptor. Men carrying one variant scored lower on relationship quality. Their partners reported more crises, more distance. Some people are genetically wired to bond less. It doesn't excuse anything, but it explains a piece. In 2011, Nathan DeWall at the University of Kentucky looked at attachment styles. People high in avoidant attachment, those who flee closeness, were significantly more likely to notice attractive alternatives and act on them. Anxious people cheat too, but for a different reason. Validation. Prove I'm still wanted. Anthropologist George Murdoch surveyed 849 human societies. Want to guess how many were strictly monogamous? 85% allowed some form of multiple partners. Strict one-and-done monogamy isn't the human default. It's a specific cultural choice the modern West made and called it natural. Then came the smartphone. In 2014, Michelle Drouin at Purdue Fort Wayne coined phubbing phone snubbing. Couples in the same room in different worlds. Tinder, Instagram DMs, hidden second accounts. In 2015, the Ashley Madison leak exposed 37 million users on a site whose tagline was, "Life is short, have an affair." 37 million. And then Esther Perel changed everything. The therapist who's heard 10,000 affair stories. Her book in 2017, The State of Affairs. She said this: people don't usually cheat because they stopped loving their partner. They cheat because they stopped loving who they became with their partner. Affairs aren't always about another person, they're about another self. Evolutionary biologist Robert Trivers wrote in 2011, humans are the only species that systematically lies to itself. Why? Because if you believe your own story, you're more convincing telling it. Cheaters don't think they're cheating. They think they're reconnecting, finding themselves, going through something. The brain rewrites the script in real time. Mark Wisman at the University of Colorado found something tragic. People whose parents cheated were nearly twice as likely to cheat themselves. Not because cheating is genetic, because the script is. We learn how love works by watching the people who showed us love first. And in 2003, Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA put rejected people in fMRI scanners. The brain regions that lit up, the same ones that fire when you burn your hand. Heartbreak isn't a metaphor. It's a literal pain pathway. For our ancestors, abandonment was a death sentence. So is monogamy natural? Biologists are split. Christopher Ryan in Sex at Dawn argues humans evolved as multi-partner primates like our cousins, the bonobos. But Cambridge zoologist Tim Clutton-Brock published in Science the same year saying long-term pair bonding evolved repeatedly in mammals, for very good reasons. The honest answer? Both. We are wired both ways. The mismatch is the entire story. Cheating isn't an answer. It's a question the brain is asking before the mouth knows how to say it. Am I still alive? Am I still wanted? Did I disappear inside this relationship? Some people answer that question by leaving, some by lying, some by building something new with the person they already have. The question is yours either way. So, what would you do? Tell me below.
Hmm.